You know the old motivational tale about the crabs in the bucket? Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but as the saying goes, if you put one crab, and if you're crabbing, fishing for crabs, crabbing for crabs, you put one crab in the bucket, and you have to put a lid on it because it'll try to climb out. But if you put two crabs in the bucket, supposedly, if one tries to climb out, the other one tries to pull it back in. And it's a metaphor for how when you are trying to escape a routine or better yourself or some sort of self-improvement or take a risk or take on a new project, there are people who will do something called change back. They don't want you to be the best you can be. They want you to stay at their level, complaining about life, tired at the end of the day, waiting only for the weekends, dreading Monday. Who's got a case of the Mondays? That stuff. And, believing that I can't try anything good or new because it'll never work and the system's set up against me, and all these beliefs and excuses that people don't want to follow their dreams, take a risk, start a side hustle, lose weight, get healthy, start exercising, start reading a book a day, whatever it is. People will start to complain at you. Oh, what? You don't have time to hang out, or, oh, you never have time for me anymore. And it's not about you don't have time for your loved ones. It's that you don't have time to waste anymore, or to sit around complaining, or to, spend a lot of money on alcohol, or just, doing things that aren't wonderful cultural experiences or quality family time, but, the sitting around and complaining, kind of hanging out. Oh, you're never around anymore. What is this thing you're doing? That'll never work. I've been through this a million times because I've been in many, over the course of my lifetime, many multi-level marketing programs, including the creme de la creme, Amway, which back in the day, back in the 90s, was just amazing. Yes, the products were overpriced, but they were quality, the Amway brand products, and the motivational system was incredible. But anyway, I've been in a lot of clunkers too, whatever. But those are very time intensive. Oh, it's a couple hours a week. No, it's not. It's a lot of time. And a million people are going to come around and say, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. It'll never work. For most people, it doesn't work. But there were diamonds in that organization. People who were multimillionaires from that organization. So people do succeed. Once you get between about 25 and 55 videos out and you're not making $10,000 a month, you're going to be tempted to quit. Everyone does. Like, I've invested all this money, all this time. I'm not making 10 grand a month. I'm making only a few hundred. And instead of learning how to do better thumbnails, better quality, better content, people just screw it and they give up. And we're warned about that. It's a long game. Some people, right off the bat, they're really successful. But that's not typical. Typically, it takes time. And you have to refine. You have to admit you were wrong. And you have to, re-edit or do a new thumbnail or come up with a better title. And so you're going to fall on your face a lot. And when you fall on your face a lot, those sideline people, those crabs who want to pull you back in the bucket are going to tell you, this isn't worth it. See, it's not working. You wasted your money. This will never work. But here's the spookier thing.
I'll kiss you. I don't even like you. Mama kiss.
The spookier thing is, be prepared for people to come up with, have you ever, I love you, Star-Lord. I love my Star-Lord. Emergencies will start to happen. I am being mauled. by a very fat tiger, mauled. And he's wooing at me. People come up with emergencies. And look, emergencies can be legitimate. But it just seems that the timing of these emergencies, and I don't even want to say that it's people consciously doing it or even subconsciously doing it, even though I believe in subconscious motivations. It's almost a spiritual thing. It's almost like the enemy who showed up to tempt Jesus. Oh, I could make you the king of all this if you just bow down and worship me. Or the enemy who showed up when Buddha was sitting under the Bodhi tree, coming up with his Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. He was getting enlightened so that he could teach the rest of the world. You know, Buddhists believe in enlightenment. Mara, the enemy, shows up, tempts him. Oh, will you be my God? Yeah, real clever the enemy is. So when we are trying to grow spiritually, even if it's a business, improve ourselves, go to school, lose weight, move, redecorate, take a risk, be part of a business, something. It's like the enemy shows up in the form of emergencies. People suddenly needing you, and it's only you who can help at that moment. Today was one of those days for me. A lot of issues over, with my mom who's 99, and she has aides who come to help her, and there were health issues that I needed to go attend to, and mischief that she was causing with her aides, and not cooperating, and lying about things, and, she had an open sore that she pretended did not need to be cared for. And if I don't go there to tell her aides, no, it needs to be dressed, which I thought my mother was doing. I'm busy grading papers, living life, doing business, making videos, trying to live and accomplish something. I'm 58. It's like tick-tock, tick-tock. I thought everything was under control over there, but turns out no. So I had to spend a lot of time today juggling, managing, meeting with nurses, discussing wound care that does in fact need to be dressed. But, then the wound care and the aids and the juggling, and you can't feed her this and you have to feed her that, and don't give her this medicine anymore. She does not, in fact, have high blood pressure. It was a lot. Today I was supposed to teach myself how to use the chatbot, ChatGPT. I would feed it certain articles on the subject matter for my Faceless channel, and it would turn it into a script, and of course I'm going to go in and punch it up and make it mine. That was today's chore that I didn't do because of emergencies. And I'm like, well, look at that, like clockwork. Like clockwork. Good luck, devil. You ain't going to win. I can juggle quite a few things, and I can delegate quite a few responsibilities. Today was a setback. Tomorrow, I am going to stand up, and I'm going to accomplish what I set out to accomplish. You will not discourage me. That's the devil, one of the devil's favorite tools. No, I say the devil. Every world religion has this character. He was called Mara in Buddhism. We call him Satan in Judaism and Christianity. The jinn in Islam. They show up to knock us off course. Don't let them knock you off course. Sometimes they show up in the form of people. What are you doing that for? Do you remember? Oh, I can't even think of his name. There was this comedian, and he's like, I was sitting at the Denny's, and the waitress came over. Bill Hicks. It was Bill Hicks. And she says, what you reading for? Now, I don't like people making fun of, simple folks. But he says, she didn't ask what I was reading. She says, what was I reading for? Like, what you reading for? Well, because I don't want to be a waitress at Denny's. That's his joke, Bill Hicks. And again, I don't like making fun of hardworking people, but there's opportunity in this world. And when you try to start reading or start doing or start learning or taking risks, what you're reading for is going to show up and try to discourage you. Recognize that. Don't let it happen.